What's up, gamers? It's I, the People's Machine, back with another video. Just came off the Red Faction Grill on Open World Week, and today, on Sunday, finishing up Open World Week, missed a couple days there, again, apologies for that, this is one of my favorite games that came out, Agents of Mayhem, a game that abysmally sold. Nobody bought it, nobody wanted it. And which is a crying shame, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's one of those games that was just really good, and I don't know why nobody bought it. I can't really figure that one out, but I tell you what, a lot of people were just kind of saying, well, this is kind of like, you know, some kind of weird take on Saints Row or whatever. It is made by Volition. It has the same purple color. It uses a fluor. What's going on with this? So, let me give you a little bit of, let me smarten you up to this game, per se. So, I want to do that real quick. So, Agents of Mayhem is part of Saints Row. It is a direct sequel to Saints Row Get Out of Hell. And Get Out of Hell was the expansion to Saints Row 4. Now, a lot of people ask, well, I don't understand, because Agents of Mayhem doesn't, I mean, it kind of looks like that, but it doesn't play anything like, you know, Saints Row. It's very different. What's going on? Why is Johnny Gat a cop in, like, Seoul, South Korea? What's that all about? Well, let me tell you. So, if you haven't played Get Out of Hell, turn your video off now, because I'm going to spoil the shit out of it. And here's the spoiler alert for Get Out of Hell. So Get Out of Hell, you see, he does end up defeating the devil in that, and he knows that because after Zed or whatever destroyed the entire earth, Satan was going to give him one wish. And he wanted to bring his friends back, and he wanted to bring the earth back. So he wished for that, but as you know, the devil gets his due and twisted it. Instead of him being a gang member, a leader, so to speak, in the Saints Row, a lieutenant or whatever, he actually is now a cop, and he doesn't really remember that. This takes place in the same universe right after that. So it's one of those things that you get into, and I don't know, it's just one of those things. And here's Johnny Gat there, just talking about him. You know, there's Kinsey, who's her code name is Safe Word, and you know Kinsey's in Saints Row, and of course you have Kingpin, who is Pierce or whatever. So the real question is, what you got to ask yourself is, what's the deal with that? So after he kind of screwed him up, and he got his wish and got everything brought back to him, you have to remember that once he did that, this is the world that was created from that wish. And the Agents of Mayhem were born, and Legion became like the enemies that they fight. And you go around recruiting all these different agents. Now, this is kind of a gimmicky open world game too. And what I mean is that there, again, is virtually no interaction with any NPCs in the game world. The only thing you can do is basically kill them. And that's it. Very much reminiscent of GTA. The difference is, and Saints Row had that too, except you could taunt and do stuff, but they don't. Even taunting the NPCs in here, they don't react. Later on, in one of these areas, and I think it was requisitions or whatnot, you do something and the statue shows up from Saints Row, like the angel statue, whatever. That's like famous for that, and I think it's in the back. In this room, it shows up later after a mission or after a quest or whatever you're doing. So basically, that's basically what's going on here. And then the interactiveness is not there in the NPCs, and it's kind of like a hero shooter in the sense it's not multiplayer. This would have been great as a multiplayer game if you could play online with two of your other buddies. Agents, they could have worked something out. They didn't. But you basically recruit like 12 different agents, and you level each one of them up, have their own levels, their own abilities, their own skills, and it was just a really great game. And there was a lot of skins for each character, like particular here, like Nobody's Fool. That's like a take on, of course, a Harley Quinn. And you get to Malibu Jewel, and I haven't, she's locked, but that's like, you know, Barbie, you know, Fungo Fiefdom, so she's like Mario. Fashion Killer's just kind of a take on Kim Kardashian. Fashion Killer, you know, Bombshells is like that's her actual group, and your standard issue. So basically, and I like the fact that they actually did that in the game. You have a lot of different skins that you can unlock. That's actually pretty neat. And like the Joking Killer, so he's dressed like the Joker. You know, there's a variety of different things. Ring Bearer. Now that's supposed to be a take on the Black Lanterns. You know, you just get different things that's based around that, and they all kind of have something. Like Razzle Dazzle here, that's supposed to be Dazzler. Mystiqual, that's, you know, Mystique. You've got Visionary, you know, of course the Vision. And it's kind of neat the way that they set it up. They just have some really neat, you can even get like Starburst, Nanites, which is what you need for Lazarus. And they got different ones, it's really neat. And each agent has something like that. You can change out, let's say I want to change out Oni, and I'll use Gap. And let's put him in there. And, oh, I didn't add him, hold on. So we'll add him. There we go. He's got different, again, same thing, different skins. There's a Guy Out of Hell skin, which is cool. It's what he looked like with the colors in that game. Gap PIs, you know, Tom Selleck on that. Johnny Crockett, you know, dressed like Crockett. You got the Rookie, how he looked like when he first joined the police. It's neat the way that they set it up. It's just really cool because each character has some skin that's kind of a knock on Marvel. A Marvel character, for example, she's got like a Wonder Woman skin. She's got like a Hawkeye one, and she's got a Green Arrow one. He's got a bunch too, like Yeti. For example, if I switch to him, he's got what he looked like before he was transformed. You got the Rock Monster, which is supposed to be like a knock on the Thing. You got Russian Steel, supposed to be like Colossus. The Incredible Yeti, you know, Hulk. And Thunder Beast, which he looks like Panthro from Thundercats. They just did this really neat things with these characters, and you can have a lot of fun going around kind of pretending. There's two I haven't unlocked yet in here because I actually have beaten this game twice and gone through it. Pierce has got, you know, skins too. Let's see, Solid Gold. You got the Kingdom Come. One of his outfits, I think, from Saints Row. Oh yeah, like Marty McFly looking hoverboard not included, which is pretty neat. And they did some cool stuff with that Certified Gold. He's got different guns. Even the guns are neat. I think let's see here. Braddock has under her weapons, yeah, like the Solical. It's literally the gun from Alien. That's really cool. Napoleon's Charge and different things. Barnes Burner. And they call it Barnes Burner because she's dressed, as you see, as the Winter Soldier with the one with the arm, which is really neat. And I think that's cool. And she's got different ones. Mutant Enforcer. She's dressed like what's his name? Cable. You've got Karate Dynamite, and of course just different ones. Going Dutch. That's supposed to be like from the Predator. El Raisco, that's literally like a take on Vasquez from Aliens, which is really neat. Let's switch to that. And again, the open world is just, it's a lot of fun to play in, even though there's not any, like, I don't know, there's no actual interactiveness with the environment. Most buildings are pretty much, you can't really enter them in. It's all a Seoul, South Korea. Every time you go up to the area here, your base, the game world below resets. So even if you're clearing out a bunch of different stuff in the game, if you leave, it all procedurally resets. So you do have different things you can do, like, you know, your parkour running, like races where you run really fast and you got to get to the end, and you can unlock skins and unlock things and get credits, and then of course materials. Everything that they sold in the game for DLC was more or less just, you know, skins and whatnot. And what another thing I call with the hero abilities, and again thinking like about this in the terms of it's all basically traversal. Lazarus is probably the only agent that actually like floats, and she can, like, you get triple jumps and they're all different. She can turn invisible. She's kind of a stealthier character. And then you've got like Braddock and when you play as hers. Some people can like jump ahead like as part of their leap. They can do it on the ground, but not the air. And some people climbs the walls. It's all she uses her sword, her as a boost. She uses her knife. Some people like you got Johnny Gat. You know he does it again different there. He's got that, and he can't do it in the air either. But some people can. Like Hollywood can do the movement in the air, where he can just do it on the ground. Gat uses a shotgun, and again all the characters do have. Hold on a second. Yeah, see they both have. They do have like where you can call your vehicle, and he's got a police car. And the vehicle actually is voiced by the same guy that voices Devrim Kay in Destiny 2. And that's kind of neat. And you can drive around. The traversal system is fun. And that's one of the things that I like about it. I can forego the NPC interactive. And I have always loved this game. I have gone through it twice. I enjoy it. I'll reset everything and start over. It's just a fun... It's one of my favorite open world games, honestly. Sadly, the game is like $5, or I think it might even be $3 now at GameStop. It just didn't sell. People did not like this game. If I go to my, you got your different missions. You have your special operations, which helps you unlock your agents and unlock stuff for them. Shows you like different weapon skins, XP. You can level up your characters to level 20, and then there's another 10 levels you unlock to make them legendary agents. And there's your operation. You got your contracts. This connects to Mayhem servers. These are active servers. This is stuff that people kind of can play and leaderboard with. If I go to the city map, of course, like I said, once you leave the city and go back to the Ark, all this resets. But you can see like the different things you can stop or destroy, rescue people. You can see your operations for your different agents, your star power. You've got hostage rescue. Like here's a hostage over here, and here is a target of opportunity. So it tells you what you're going to get. You're going to get XP. You're going to get intel on Legion, and you're going to get some cash. So if I select it like that, you know, going to do this. It's going to tell me where it's at. One of the things you can do is I think it's hold down triangle. It's been a while since I've actually looked. Yeah, you tap triangle and it actually sends out a pulse, and this helps you find like where things are at. It highlights them. It's kind of similar to Marvel's Avengers and this here. And you also have let's see here, you have your melee attacks you can do to... Okay, so he's good there. I can destroy the bomb and it won't kill the guy because he'll be shielded. And again, so you got XP, got some cash, and there's like 10 or 15 different difficulties. And as you raise the difficulty, the enemies get tougher, of course. It's not like the AI improves. And the AI is basically, they attack and they don't really take cover. So the AI is kind of like, like, you know, traditional action game, not the smartest AI. Graphically, the game is very crisp and very colorful. I like that. And the game does, on its dialogue, it does have good voice acting, but the problem with the voice acting is or not the voice acting, but the story is so, I don't know what the best way to put it. It's like they try at many times to be like, there are times it's just generally funny and like has the Saints Row humor, but then there are times where they go way overboard with it when it's probably not necessary, and that kind of throws me off. Blow gas station. That's got a lot of cool destruction when you do that, but it's like the only thing that is like that in the game, sadly. I wish you could destroy stuff like in Red Faction, like I was just talking about, but you can't. There's, like I said, there's no interactiveness. There's no side stuff like go play pool or any of the stuff that you might find in GTA or those type of games, or even Sleeping Dogs. That's more modern. This is more about traversing and action. I can get in any car, but it's almost unnecessary because so much of the stuff you're going to find, it's kind of like Just Cause in the sense that even though Just Cause probably has the best traversal system, there's like one of these chests here, you can get skins. Those are randomized. You never know what you're going to get out of them, and they reset again every time you go. One of the cool things is Legion will sometimes unleash this thing like a Doom dazed weapon, and you'll go to the area and all this havoc's happening, and they change the color of the sky changes, and those are some of the funnest like randomized mission stuff in the game. It's excellent. Oh, I need to go back over there and see what's going on here real quick. Let's go to the city map again. Let's see here. Once it loads, and this happens sometimes, you'll go to load the map and nothing happens. But Agents of Mayhem, I like it because I've always liked the Saints Row games. I've played 1, I've played through 2, I've played through 3, I played through 4, I played through Get Out of Hell. I own 4, and I own Get Out of Hell on the PS4. I didn't buy the remastered of Saints Row the 3rd until I wanted to watch more about it. I still haven't bought it, but that game is so impressive with what they did remaster and what they did do. So for some reason this is not working. My character is kind of much stuck now, and and again, Agents of Mayhem still has some of these bugs, so I don't know what the deal is. Hopefully the game will right itself, but we'll continue to talk about it. That sucks because it's kind of bonks my video, but Mayhem was such a fun game to play with its mission structure. It had a good gunplay. I love the stuff like the Legion layers. The Legion layers is a thing where you can go and you do this real simple rudimentary hacking thing. You find the Legion layer and then you got to clear it out. And each layer is different. It's procedural and different. Sometimes you'll have 5 or 6 rooms. Sometimes it has 3. You do certain things. You can again earn a lot of cash XP. Your cash is what you do to upgrade your base, upgrade your agents, upgrade everything. So it does have that. Age of Mayhem is a really fun game. It's so cheap now. Like, I can't believe that people just hated this game so much, and they just said they really just wanted a Saints Row sequel. They just wanted a Saints Row 5. Well, this is canon. This is the story. Now, they may repurpose the whole game when Saints Row 5 does come out. They are working on another one, and this could be like this. They might just scrap it, because I know they're going back to their more roots, so it's going to be very similar to Grand Theft Auto. I get that, but same time, you know, again, it's still screwed up. It still hasn't like righted itself. So, man, that sucks, because I can't just, let's see here, what's going on here. It's like she wanted to do something there. Can't seem to get nothing to work here. Alright, it's all screwed up. But anyway, she just kind of did something again. I don't know what's going on. It's like I hit a button and I don't know. It's freaking weird. I don't know. But it was such, I think, a criminally underplayed game, because it was fun unlocking the agents. It was fun seeing the different abilities that they have, and each agent's very different. And you could put a team of 3 together that may not necessarily complement each other, and then you can put together a team that's all powerhouses, or you can put together a team that's very stealthy, or you can and they do have their uses. Some of the missions do require, you can beat any mission with any 3 agents, but some are better than others as far as certain things, certain shields things. If you have the right agent, Braddock is very good at taking out like armor and stuff, and one agent, they'll say it, like the agent will say, well, switch to me, I can take care of this faster or better. And that's kind of nice. And if you don't hear that, well, you know, kind of is what it is. It's just one of those interesting games that your team in the game is important, and probably more important than most people would think. I typically favor Daisy because she can dish out a lot of damage over time, and she's got like a nice little invulnerability thing, her super special, her super Agent of Mayhem ability. I prefer that. I prefer Hollywood. He's got an assault rifle. He can leap, do that leap in the air, on the ground. He can leap from the side, and one of his abilities or his passives is once he leaps, he throws a grenade out behind him, so it blows up and does area of effect damage. So each agent, I wish this wasn't screwed up, I could show you, actually has different skill, has a small skill tree of 4 different skills, and you can build your agent up slightly different than somebody else's. Not 100% different, but slightly different, because you got to put points in the stuff, and it's interesting to be able to do that. So there's this combination of gadgets, leveling, and skills, abilities, and traversal with each agent, which each agent's traversal is slightly different from the next. So it just brings this really cool thing. So if you just have a couple favorite characters, you just want to level them up. A lot of times I put Gat, Kinsey, and Pierce together. So it's like, hey, it's the Saints Row. I kind of wished, and it's funny because Hollywood and Braddock and can't think of her name. She's got the dual guns and the little drone, but they're actually part of a team, and they actually each have a team, like a team suit. Safe World does too, and like if you put the team together, it's funny. I thought when I first discovered that they would get like a team bonus or something like that, but they don't. And that'd been nice, kind of how the old Marvel Ultimate Alliance, you put a team together and they had a name like Avengers and Fantastic Four and X-Men. It'd been great if they did that in this game, and I think that was a missed opportunity. The only thing, like I said, interject way more humor than necessary. So you could tell it's just different writing from Saints Row, probably different people who worked on it, or at least people who worked on both series, and I think they just kind of like smelling their own farts at times, if that makes any sense. And then, of course, I can't believe, like, that's literally a bug, 2 years later, 3 years later, that's like froze. My game's frozen. I can't do anything, but it didn't crash, so I don't know. And that's weird. You do occasional bug like that. It's very rare, but it happens. It's happened to me once or twice playing the game over the last couple years. And Agent of Mayhem is just much better than the sum of its parts, but that's the general cons, is what just happened here, obviously, and the fact that I think there were some missed opportunities, and so basically what has happened here is the game came out, people just didn't like it. They were hoping for another Saints Row. They thought it was kind of going to be that way, and they got it. People just didn't like it, and I don't know why. Hero shooters are all the rave, and this had a lot of the tropes of hero shooter, but they just didn't buy it. People, and it wasn't that the game got god-awful reviews or anything along that line. Some of the reviews were actually decent, but I think, but at the end of the day, it's just, I don't know. It's one of those oddball games that it's a shame, because if you can pick it up right now, literally, it's so cheap at GameStop. You should pick it up. It's still a great game. It's still a lot of fun to play. Even though I wish there was, again, more buildings, more little side stuff where you can just walk in and out of stuff, casinos, all that thing. But Age of Mayhem is, again, it's a gimmick kind of open world. Like Just Cause is about, that same kind of thing, like Red Faction, destruction, taking over areas. Unlike Red Faction, Just Cause really focuses on its unique traversal, hoverboard, parachute, grappling hook. Where this is about the agents. They're like Saturday morning superheroes. They got the triple leap and the stealthiness and the different ways to traverse and walk around and move around, and all that is a big core of this game. It's about the agents, and it's about that traversal. It's nice though. Seoul, South Korea looks great, but it is a shame that there just isn't a whole lot. The NPCs are just wandering around. They don't have. It's definitely not Watch Dogs Legion, where they actually have a script and they follow, and they're just kind of there as cannon fodder to get in the way. And but nevertheless, for the money, what you can buy the game right now for, it had to be included in Open World Week, because if you know your history of Saints Row, this is what happened to Gat when he wished the Earth and everything back. They'll probably on the next Saints Row not even go into that. I hope they do. And I hope they, like, Gat's like, wait a minute, and another Gat shows up and it's like, hey, you're not, or whatever. It would be really cool if they continued that storyline, because this is literally considered, according to the story and the canon, that this is literally like the 5th entry in the Saints Row universe. It may not be a canonical Saints Row 5, but Agents of Mayhem is part of that, and is the wish that happened. I really am disappointed in this game freezing up like that, because I wanted to show you some more, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to. Well, this has been Agents of Mayhem. Totally worth your time, and totally needed to be on Open World Week. Again, I apologize. A couple days I wasn't able to do any videos, and life happens. It's the way it is. And But I do appreciate you tuning in this week with what you've seen. I am, again, want to talk about, I never got to do the Red Dead thing over with Posthuman Guy. We had to delete the video. He didn't have his mic checked or something happened, and so, like, his audio portion did not come through the video, and I'm trying to still figure out when we can do that. We might just do a follow-up add-on this week. Past, I know we'll be done with Open World Week as of tonight. I started Sunday, end on Sunday, but we might do a special look back at Red Dead for an Open World Week revisited. And believe me, I think I am going to do another Open World Week, but focus on the first-person games like your Far Cry and your Homefronts and your hub-based stuff, Rage 2 and things like that. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Well, gamers, this has been Agents of Mayhem, part of Open World Week on Sunday night. Please check us out on YouTube.com, Unpaid Gamers. Check out Posthuman Guy's Leisure Play of Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS5. The PS5, no less. And check out Ban Loss on the Apex Legends. The guy is good. The guy's good. I'm just telling you, you got to play him. And if you want to play me in multiplayer, you can join me on Titanfall 2 getting your ass kicked. No, I'm joking. No, but you will. And the whole thing is, Open World Week is an idea that I thought of, and I ran it by Posthuman Guy, and he thought it was a great idea. So it's cool just to kind of celebrate the open world games that we both love and some of y'all hate. And I'll be back again with, we're going to take a look at a couple more, and we'll finish up Open World Week where we started, and just talk a little bit about, why open world games, have become such a synonymous thing with games. Everybody is just going that direction, and I have a feeling that in the future, especially in the later future, we might have almost every genre going that way. I mean, it's only a matter of time, because it looks like even now that even the Resident Evil Village has a little bit of that going on too. So maybe we're getting into, like, where so many more games are going that route, we're just going to start seeing it all the time. Anyway, this has been Open World Week Sunday. I'm going to continue on. This has been Agents of Mayhem. I appreciate you tuning in. Again, check out Unpaid Gamers. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like buttons. And as always, gamers, good gaming.